everyone, welcome back to another stream. If you're here, go ahead and say hi in the chat. I'm going to get started here in just a second. So this is the app I'm going to be working on. It is basically what I started working on the Free Code Camp streams. It's a Vue.js application, but it is a desktop application. So it's just using something called NW.js, which is like Electron. There are a lot of similarities, some differences. But it's basically allowing me to use web technologies to build a desktop app with Vue.js. So I'm going to post the link here in the chat. There you go. And yeah, not sure why it said welcome to the chat again. But if you're here, go ahead and say hi. I'm going to check out Twitch real quick. Let's see. Let me mute this tab. Basically, I want to finish up some features on the desktop app. Okay, good. It says I am live now. The chat seems to be working. That's good. Okay, I was just making sure because the stream dropped in the middle last stream, so I had to get into the chat. Hi Seeker, it's good to see you, by the way. Thanks for joining. I know it's been a little while since I did a Vue.js stream, so I'm glad to be getting back into it. Also, I'm trying to go full-time content creation again, which will give me a little bit more time to do all the different kinds of streams that I want to do. So, hi DH Killer, how are you? So basically, I want to do these Vue.js streams every Thursday, and then I want to do Django. I'll probably keep Django on Sundays, and I'll keep the code challenges on Wednesdays because I'm learning a lot from those, from timing myself and having to do it in a certain amount of time. So yeah, so is NW.js better than Electron? They have some differences. There's a website that compares the two. If Jared joins later, he built a website to compare all the different options for building desktop apps. But I think NW.js is easier. It's definitely easier to use than Electron. And there's a somewhat smaller community, but I haven't had any trouble so far, building regular apps or using apps that have been built in NW.js. I hope it uses less RAM. I think Jared said that it did. He's big in the NW.js community, but I don't know for sure how much RAM or how to compare the two, or I haven't compared the two. Hi Andrew, how are you? Sure. Is it a coding related question? So again, here's the app, and then I'm going to pull up the project board that I'm working off of. Yeah, and so here's the dev tasks. So on GitHub, you can always go to projects here, to this projects tab. Let me zoom in. This projects tab, and then I have this dev tasks board. So I'm going to try, so I'm using a database. So if you don't know with desktop apps, you don't really use Postgres or Mongo or, the standard web databases that we're used to. But they do have some similar ones for desktop. So in this app, I'm using PouchDB, which is my first time using PouchDB, but it's working pretty well. I tried out a couple of them. And basically, I need to now link two tables via foreign key, which I haven't done before, so I'm going to try to do that, because I need to link projects or time entries. Each time entry should be related to a project, because this is like a freelancing / consulting app, basically. Never heard of it before. It used to be called Node WebKit. So if you did desktop apps, I don't know, 4 or 5 years ago before Electron, that was like the default that you went to if you were doing JavaScript desktop apps. But now, because GitHub came out with Electron, they have a big company backing them, so Electron's become more popular in the last couple years. Yeah, Vue.js, I love using Vue.js with Django, but I don't do it with full stack Django, like Django templates. I just use Django as an API and then use a Vue.js front end. That's been better for me. I really don't like working with Django templates very much. They're okay for small projects anyway. All right, so I'm ready to start building. I have this task in progress, link time entries to project. And by the way, I have already started. So this is a desktop app, so it's popping up in its own window here. But because it's using browser technologies, I have access to regular browser dev tools, Chrome dev tools that I would normally have. It's running its own instance of Chrome. Let's see. Yeah, and all I did was basically run npm start, which is, where's my, oh, all these icons are confusing me. So basically, where's start? Yeah, basically npm start runs the Vue.js dev server, and then it also runs the NW.js. So it runs the NW.js server in this folder so that the desktop app launches automatically, basically. So yeah, and then let me look at, so this is my store. ESLint was doing some weird things, so I just disabled it in this file. But I'm basically setting up this database here, and I have two tables in the databases. So I have time entries and projects, and now I need to figure out how to relate them. So let's see, commit, set time entries. Wait, I'm gonna see, okay, yeah. So read projects and create projects. I'm doing that in these actions, and then it almost looks like, oh, these are just, oh, those are just mutations. Never mind. I thought I wasn't even interacting with the database for a second. And okay, and so this is interacting with the database. That's good. So now I need to look up in PouchDB. Let me look at the API and see if I can figure out how to do foreign keys here. So actually, I don't even think I have a schema defined. I just have time entries and projects, and then I'm just entering in objects just like I would in a NoSQL database. And yeah, I don't even have a schema. Do I want a development job? I've been consulting for almost the last 2 years, really. I've taken a lot of contracts. So I've taken mostly, I'd say mostly they're about 6 months, the contracts I take. So like right now I just wrapped up a big Django thing that I've been working on for 7 or 8 months. Hi JT, how are you? How's work going? Consultancy is not actual work. Okay. Okay, anyway. Yeah, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to relate. Good. I just blocked him. I need to relate, now I forgot what I was doing. These two tables with each other. So I'm going to look through the docs on PouchDB here. By the way, I'll post it in the, yeah. It's just some troll. I don't know where he's from. So I need to relate these two tables because I want every single hour log to have the project associated with it. So let me just look through the API here. Actually, I should search. Oh, there's no search feature. That's fine. Let me see. Let me just do the browser search for foreign key. There's no foreign key. So let's see, let me look for schema. There's no schema. Create index sync. I don't know, should I do this manually? Because I could get the project ID and then just save the project ID as if it was a foreign key. Let me look real quick. PouchDB foreign key relation. To add back some positivity. Oh, different people have different opinions. For example, my uncle doesn't think programming is a real job because we do sitting in front of a computer while he is repairing cars. Yeah. And besides, consulting has a lot of different definitions. Like, some days I spend 8 to 10 hours coding. It's not like I'm just advising somebody. Yeah, that's weird. I mean, sometimes I advise the client, but almost all of my time is spent, fixing bugs and building features just like any other programmer. I just happen to work for myself, and negotiate contracts with different companies. Yeah, so that was a weird comment to make. Difference between primary key and foreign key in database. To the point, how did I end up to the point where I could, yeah, I'm going to try Google, and then otherwise I'm just going to create my own relationship, which I think I might have to. Okay, here's an answer. Couchdb doesn't do foreign keys. Yeah, that's basically what it is. Selling knowledge and time. There's different types of consulting and different rates. Like architectural consulting gets the highest fees usually, and then there's all different types of consulting and different hours that you bill at different rates for, and so many things that I've actually learned from speaking at conferences. I met a lot of other consultants and I kind of picked their brain what they were doing. So that's how I learned, okay, so I should do this type of work with these types of clients, charge these rates, and those kind of things. But when I was newer, I worked at consulting agencies and they hired me out to clients. So I would contract with the consulting agency and they would bill me out to clients. But now that I've built more of a network, I just bill clients directly. I don't go through an agency anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah. How did I get to the point? Yeah, I just basically met people at conferences and asked them. Now you could probably ask people on LinkedIn or in your local networks, and I asked them for advice. I kind of picked their brain how they got into consulting, and then I kind of over the years I got this broad perspective of how consulting works. I made a whole video about this on my channel. It's like a 35-minute video where it was supposed to be 10 minutes, but then I just started spilling everything I thought about consulting, so you can watch that if you're interested. Oh, you work for a company that does the rates part, so they bill you out to clients, right? Okay. Yeah, that was the same thing that companies used to do with me. What was I doing? Okay. So does Couchdb support referential integrity? I'm guessing it doesn't. No, Couchdb doesn't do foreign keys as such, so you have to handle the referential integrity of the system for you. You would need to handle checking for vendors at the application level. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. There's no schemas either. This is weird. And by the way, Couchdb, so I'm using PouchDB, but PouchDB is based off of Couchdb. So that's why it's similar, and all these Couchdb references are actually valid for this. So I guess I'm going to have to do it myself. So how am I going to do this? Let's see. I need to add a field. And let me look up one more thing. Maybe they have schemas. Let me look up PouchDB schema and see. Hi, Yasir. What are you making with Vue? Oh, this app. I'm working on this app again. If you saw my some of my free code camp live streams, I worked on this Vue NW.js hours tracking app. And here's the project board that I'm working off of. So I'm trying to link time entries to projects right now. But the database I'm using doesn't have foreign key relations. I don't think there are a lot of great, or the databases for desktop aren't as good. Oh, hi, Jared. Good to see you. I'm working on the NW.js app again. So the databases for desktop apps aren't quite as robust as using standard databases like Postgres and stuff. So I'm using PouchDB, and it seems like you have to set up a lot of things yourself with it. So let me look at the FAQ. And see. Okay, you can sync PouchDB. What data types, documents, and attachments. Okay, it's not a lot. Is it safe to upgrade? How is PouchDB different from Couchdb? That's not that helpful. Oh, PouchDB community, relational pouch. It seems like someone made, oh cool. So I think they added, this looks like an extension for PouchDB, and you can make schemas on it and relate, oh cool. So here I could use foreign key relationships. So relational pouch is a plugin for PouchDB that allows you to interact with PouchDB, Couchdb, like a relational data store with types and relations. Yes, thank you. Oh, this is good. But they are portable, yes. When I was working for a desktop app, I used Vue.js with Electron and used the Postgres. Okay, so when you have a desktop app, is Postgres bundled with the desktop app? Like, is it built in? Because PouchDB is basically a JavaScript library that I installed in my application. So I think it's going to run on any system. I don't have to be running Postgres separately. Okay. They still have Bower. Download it from GitHub or use Bower. Install relational pouch. Then I would require it. I would set it as a plugin. And PouchDB find. Okay. So that must give me some extra querying ability, I guess. By the way, this is a library I'm looking at. Let's see. TypeScript. This package contains its own type definitions due to the nature of set schema, which alters the database on which it is called. TypeScript needs to know about these changes. This is done by returning a new type. Okay. And then you have an API with everything. Oh, this is great. So I'll be able to set the schema, which I'm going to do. Relation posts has many post. Post belongs to post. Comment. Okay. Yeah, let me go ahead and set this up then. So let me install it first. So npm install relational pouch. So let me stop the server. npm install. No, not bundled. It was deployed on Heroku separately. The main system was an API from where it has browser front end with Vue and desktop app. So you have to be connected to the internet to use the application then. If it's deployed on Heroku. I want to package this like all as one bundle, hopefully. Whenever this gets done, we'll see. All right, now let me start this again. So I'll run the app again. So npm start, and that will open up the app in just a second. And now I can put this in my store. Let me go into my store where I'm setting up PouchDB. Okay. And let's see, PouchDB debug. Router, okay. I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. And actually I'm going to not require here. Thanks for the follow, Vinicius. Alright, I'm gonna import both of these. No, both of these. So relational pouch. Let me import here. So import what should I call it? Rel pouch from relational pouch, and then let's see. Okay, and I didn't install pouch find, so can't resolve pouch find. Yeah, so I guess I have to install this separately, but that wasn't in the docs. So that might be a separate library. It's just giving me an example here. So unless you're building an instant messenger or something else that wouldn't work without the internet, desktop apps should always be designed offline first. Yes, I agree. Hi Liquid Key, how are you? Right now I am working on this project, if you missed it, and I'm trying to do some database stuff. So, okay, pouch find. Trying to figure out what the pouch find library is for. So let me look up PouchDB pouch find. Hi Ashik, Paul, it's good to see you again. Let's see, pouch find on npm. Okay, provides a simple MongoDB inspired query language that accomplishes the same thing as MapReduce API but with far less code. Okay, beta software. When was it last released? A month ago. 24,000 weekly downloads. So, okay, so this gives me, yeah, that's exactly what it sounds like, a query language that's like MongoDB. Alright, I'm going to install it. npm install pouch find. Let me see. Maybe, wait, what just happened? It says it copied. Okay, there we go. Maybe it wasn't in the docs to install this because they just assume that this library is so ubiquitous with people using PouchDB that I would already have it installed. And since it's my first time using PouchDB, maybe I just didn't know that I needed it yet. So let me come here and do import from PouchDB find. So what should I call this? Find pouch, to keep it in line with the last one. And then I need to do find pouch. Okay, and register those two as plugins. That should work. Now it's installed, so I'm going to try running this again. npm start. Alright. Okay, there's the app. And look and see it. Oh, oops. Wait. No, okay, so no errors right now. What do I have to do? Okay, let me leave that and finish setting up this relational pouch. I don't need the TypeScript set up, so come down to API. Now I should be able to set a schema for my objects that I'm putting in the database. So I guess you set the whole schema all at once. And let me just put it in the same file for right now. Okay, new PouchDB, and I guess I'll put it here. And then I don't think I need, wait, where do I set? Okay, db equals new PouchDB, my db, and then set schema. So posts, relations, author comments, singular post. Okay, so I'm just setting relationships here. So I guess, because right now I was putting these in two different databases. So I guess I'm just going to do one database. And let me try this. Is this how I should do it? I don't know. So let me do, what should I call this? Hours. I'm just going to call it hours, or hour tracking maybe. Let me call it hour tracking, because that would be the name of the main database for this app. So yeah, hour tracking, and then my schema would look like, basically I have singular, what did I call it? Time entry. So I'd have time entry, and the plural for that would be time entries. Okay, and then let's see. Thanks for the follow, Turns. How are you? Let's see, belongs to, so it doesn't have to relate to anything right now. Okay, so, oh yeah, time entry does. Time entry should belong to, I guess belong to a project, yeah. Because it'll only belong to one project ever. And then has many of nothing right now. Okay, that's good. So time entries belongs to project, and now I need project. So project and projects, and then I would put has many entries. No, I'd put has many time entries, really. No, I'd call them, yeah, time entries. Has many, delete time entry. Is that how I should do it? Oh, I have to change this one though. Project. I think that's right. I'm working on this desktop app with Vue.js. So it's basically to track hours for freelancers and consultants. Oh yeah, get rid of this. This is extra. Okay. Uncut reference error, DB is not defined. That's true. So now that I just have one DB, maybe I'll just call this DB then. Okay. Let's see, time entries. Oh yeah, because later on in this file I'm referencing it. So let me actually look at this library that I'm using now. Like writing C++ while watching a Java stream. This is JavaScript. or maybe you're watching another Java stream, I don't know. This says NW.js. Yeah. So it's a desktop app for, for writing JavaScript apps. Or it's a desktop framework for writing JavaScript apps. Hey, Jared, do you have that website that compares all the different JavaScript, or the different ways you can write desktop apps in frameworks? Can you post that if you have it? Because I can't remember what it was called. Okay. This is a synchronous method that does not return a promise. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. So post belongs to an author. Posts has many. Okay, so author posts has many. Yeah. Okay, so I did that right. Let me go back here. Time entry, time entries, yep. Project. Time entry belongs to project, but let me see. Belongs post, yeah, because in singular they keep them both singular. Okay, I got it. All right, document types. Rarely you might want to add 2 different views. Oh, cool, xpda.net. That's what I was looking for. Thanks. Rarely you might want to have 2 views over the same underlying data. Use document type to create a view which reads the same data as another view. Document type. Oh, okay, document type. Nope, I don't want to do that, so skip that. Save an object with a particular type. Okay, so here's how I save objects now. And that returns a promise. Result, title, text. If you want, you can specify the ID, otherwise an ID will be created for you. Okay, I want the ID to be created for me. That is good. So I'm going to do db.relation.save. So it's basically adding this object onto the database object for me. So that's what that library is doing. And now let me look at where I'm saving entries here. So let me go to create time entry. So before I was doing time entries.put and then put the new time entry in. And I mean, this still isn't a full schema. It's only creating relations for me. So I'm not defining all of my fields and data types yet. Anyway. So let's see, create time entry. So here I want to put, and I'll await this too. So let me do res. Okay. Time entries. So here it's going to be time entries.put. So instead the type will be time entry, and then I'll be saving that time entry. It's really annoying that it goes over to that window every time I save. Okay, ID, UUID version 4. Oh, so I was creating my own ID, but now IDs are created for me. It's creating a UUID for me, so I don't need that anymore. So basically, I guess I'm just going to put, put the payload in here as the object. Okay, and then I'll have to see what the response is to that, if the response is similar. Hi Michael, thanks for the follow. Let's see. Okay, so now PouchDB, or I'm saving just time entries in my PouchDB, but I need to also save projects. So let me do the same thing basically for projects here. So let me do project, and yeah, I'm basically passing in the payload again and doing that. And now I need to get, so I need to make a get request. So that would be find. Find all objects with a given type. So, okay, that's easy. Let me go to read projects then. Actually, let me go to time entries first. So before I was using that .all docs, and now it's db.rel.find post and include docs. Oh, because it doesn't normally include the document information, so that's why I was telling it. Thanks, Morky. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so let me comment that out, and I'm going to be retrieving all of the type of time entry here, and let's see, set time entries docs.rows. So I do need an await because that's a promise. I'm going to put that here. All right. Quick question, Eloquent.js or you don't know JS? I really like the you don't know JS series. I think those are excellent. I think it's been so long since I looked at Eloquent.js, I can't remember. I can't adequately compare them against each other, I guess. But I have read You Don't Know JS quite a bit, and I really like that whole series. And it was really nice of him to make it free on GitHub as well, so that anybody could access it. Let's see. Oh, You Don't Know JS? That's a series of JavaScript books, basically. So if you look on GitHub for You Don't Know JS, I think there's 7 books in the series. It goes over everything from the very basics of JavaScript to this context and all kinds of stuff like that. I think it talks about inheritance and how all that stuff works in JavaScript. Post.find. Okay. So time entry.find. And then I'll have to see what comes back here. Let's see. I guess I'll just console.log this. Docs. And oh, it comes back with an array which is called time entries. So on docs. So it would be docs.time entries instead of rows, basically. Okay. So now I want to save a time entry, and let me see if this is working. So let me add a field on this form page then. Let me go into my view. Let's see, time entry. Will you be doing any read aloud streams? No, I don't think so. Though I do have a book club chat if you go to my Discord server, and I want to be chatting more about books. I don't know, maybe I'll do a weekly book or a book every month or something on there. I think that would be fun to read a book together. But no, I'm not going to be doing any chat or ASMR streams. I did try to do one chill stream on my YouTube. I don't think it was great. It was okay. Eloquent.js is more comprehensive for learning. The You Don't Know JS is a bit more advanced in my opinion because, pun intended, Simpson has many opinions on how you should be writing JavaScript. He does. He absolutely has many opinions. In fact, when JavaScript came out with let and const and some of the other newer keywords and stuff, he was adamantly against using them unless you had to. He wasn't against using them because he said they were useful, but he said that you should still default to the var keyword when the whole rest of the community was like default to let and const now for block scoping. So he also created a whole, I think it was a whole course or whole mini course on why the double equals can be useful sometimes. So yeah, he definitely has his own opinions on that aren't shared by too many people. Most people will tell you don't use double equals ever, and he said that it can be useful. So I'll leave it at that. You can read it yourself. Okay, what was I saying? Time entry. Okay, so I have these two fields. These are date fields, and I want to have a project field, so which will be a drop-down at some point. And I actually already have one drop-down in this application, which is on the projects page. And oh yeah, it's a vSelect with options. Oh, I still have hard-coded options there. I need to fix that. Okay, so I'm gonna do vSelect. This is just as dummy data for right now. And I think, okay, I think I made that, oh, where is it? Main.js. Yeah, vSelect, I made that component globally available, so I can use that selection dropdown. Okay, so let me look here. Now I have this selection dropdown where I can choose a project. Let me put a label on this, actually. So I'll get rid of that. B form group. Okay, let me turn this into a Bootstrap form group real quick so that I can properly label this. B form group and input group. I guess I'll call this input group 0. And label is project. Label 4. I guess this will be input 0. Because I started at 1 based indexing for these, so I have input 0, 1, and 2 now. Okay, so for the select, oh yeah, I don't actually have a ID on this, so that 4 is nothing. Okay, so now I have project, and I need to get a list of projects for this project dropdown. So, okay, there's a lot of things I had to update just to do this relational part. Hi Cubic, I am building this application. It's Vue.js desktop app in NW.js. You could read about it a little bit there, and I'm working on some database stuff using PouchDB right now. His scope and closures one is solid. Closures really clicked. Yeah, he's good at explaining some of the deeper topics of JavaScript. And he was actually the one who got me into reading the ECMAScript standard years ago, because I was working in JavaScript a lot. I still am somewhat, and I wanted like a more robust understanding of the language. So he had this game, I don't know if it's a game, but basically you would read the standard until you found a reference to another part of the standard, and then you would jump to that other part, and it was like this web of references across the whole standard. So yeah, that was kind of fun when I was younger. Let's see. Link time. Oh yeah, that's the project I'm working on. Okay, so here I'm finding, oh right, that's what I need to do. So I'm basically getting all the time entries back here, but I need the same for the projects. So read projects here. I need to be able to get back all of the projects, and I'm just commenting out this old code. I'll remove it later. So here, find all, and let me see, post, yeah, it's still singular. Okay, so I'll find all projects there, and it's going to be, okay, docs.projects, that's fine. And I don't think I need this or anymore, because I think now it's just going to return an empty list for me, which is good. Okay, yes, I did have more hair until this year, until quarantine actually. Okay, now I need to get these projects. So I'm going to pull this read projects action into time entries actually. What is my main language? I would say up until this year, I've been working in more JavaScript than anything. But consulting, sometimes I'll take projects in different languages. Like I did a little bit of Ruby, a little bit of Go, But this year it's definitely been Python for most of the year, which is nice. Actually, kind of the beginning of last year, the end of the year before, it was mostly Python too. So I'd say those are the two languages I'm the best at, are Python and JavaScript. Yeah. Trinity. No, not quite. Although I'd say I guess if I had a celebrity lookalike, people keep thinking I look like Miley Cyrus everywhere I go. Map actions. Okay. Let me map the read projects action. And then, not in methods, but actually I think I'll do a lifecycle hook, and I'll do, what is it called? Mounted, which is a method. And let's see, my linting just doesn't like this. I don't know, it's just not happy today for some reason. I'm gonna have to figure out what's wrong with it later. So mounted, what was I doing? Oh yeah, I need to do read projects, and then I need to listen for state changes on that. So which state do I want? I want to get the projects. So I'm gonna map state here too. So I'm gonna do computed. Let's see, computed, and here I'm going to map state, and you look like that actress from Person of Interest. If you hover, oh, Amy Acker, never heard of her. Yeah, I know if I hover, but the thing is I haven't seen this particular, I don't know, ESLint error before. Property method equals true is not allowed. Like, why wouldn't it allow methods as properties on an object? That's weird. So yeah, I guess I could turn that off. Let me see. Using property methods, not ESLint, no restricted syntax. So what do I think I just copy this and put it in my ESLint RC rules. Yeah, what is this? Who did this? Was this me? Property method equals true. Okay. Yeah, get out of there. That means no. That means add the function keyword. I don't need the function keyword. Okay. I know you like to do that, Jared. I've seen your projects, but I'm not against the function keyword. I just think it's easier to do it like this. Okay, so map state. I'm not importing map state. I need to import map state from Vuex. And let's see. Okay, what state do I want to map? Projects. That's not namespaced on anything. So I think I can just get the projects array, and yeah, now I should have access to projects. So now if this is an array, let's see, I need them as label and code. So what do I get back as projects here? What am I entering in for projects? Let me look at my projects here. Project entry. And so I have name and description. So I'll probably just put name as the code, yeah. Or ID maybe, because it's adding an ID field for me. Let's see. Yeah, it's adding an ID field. So I could put ID and name. Let me do that. Oh yeah, here. So, well, I'll have to pass it in. Let me do a computed property then. Let me do projects. So, let's see, get projects, and I'll do return this.projects.map, and then I can map from the map. I'll basically return an object with wait, what was it called? Oh yeah, I need label and code. So I need to return label and code. Code will be project.id and label will be project.name. Okay, that looks good. Why is computer property should be above mounted property? Okay, that's fine. Alright. Thanks for the follow. It's a moot point. How are you? It makes your code more functional. Okay. Yeah, not really. Let's see. Label code. Okay, so now get projects is returning an array with these objects inside, so that should be properly formatted now. For my options here, so if I do get projects. Alright, let's see if that works. Cannot read property map of undefined. Let's see, map state projects. Oh, I wonder, I think, yeah, I have to do that. So, let's see. Sorry, no matching options. Good. So now let me try to create a project. Add new project. Let's see. Hi, Z2. How are you? Thanks for the follow. Let's see. I guess I'll do, I don't know, Nuxt client app. Building a client app in Nuxt.js with Vue. The color, I haven't done anything with color yet, but I want to, be able to differentiate projects based off color. So that's why I'm saving the color string. Okay, submit. Oh yeah, I'm not populating that yet, but I will be. So now let me go to hours log, add entry. No matching options. Didn't I just add one? Let me see. Okay, success, that's good. That means I added the project successfully. Let me see what payload is. Set projects. Oh right, so my payload in the store is actually not working where I'm mutating state anyway. I think that's what it is. Let's see, create project. Okay. So it says it created the project. Then why is payload, let's see. I'm not doing a mutation or anything there. Payload, what am I passing in via payload? Let me see. So from project entry, I should be passing in this .form data and then this .form data. So let me try to enter a new project real quick and look at the Vue Dev Tools. So let me go to projects, add new project, and let me pull up the View DevTools here, which is awesome in Chrome now because I can zoom in on these. So let me look at the component. So project entry. So I have form data and all of that is empty. So now if I add in, let's do next, more next. Okay, just choose a random color. And okay, so all of that is correct. That's being entered in correctly. Set time entry so I can see all of my mutations that run. Of course, projects isn't running a mutation when I add a project though. So let's see, where is it going? So it's just running create project, and then success is response. So I can try just logging out the payload here and see. Okay, so I went back to my base state. Next, I'll just do black, submit, and now, oh, let me see my console. Okay, so uncaught reference error store.set projects. I'm not calling set projects, am I? Oh, because now I'm trying to read projects. That's where it's erroring. Okay, that was dumb. Okay, so now router.push. So now I'm trying to read projects, but it's not, but there are no projects, I guess, or it's saying there's no projects. Maybe I'm not getting them back correctly. Hi Alberto. Yeah, what's your question? I'm a total view noob, but what is the empty object for in the arguments? Oh, here, this object, this is basically the context that Vue gives me in the Vuex actions, and I'm going to be using it to pull in this commit variable so that I can commit to a mutation, but I'm not doing that right now, so I just put an empty object there because this first, basically this first parameter has to be, comes from Vue, and the second one is the one I pass in, so I have to have something there. I can call it something context or whatever, but I'm not using any keywords yet, so it's just an empty object right now. Basically, how many words per minute can you type? I timed myself, I think I was 45 or 50. I'm not that fast. When I'm doing development, I do have a mechanical keyboard with hotkeys. Right now I'm just on my laptop keyboard, which is a lot quieter, but I'm okay. I'm not bad. I'd like to get faster at typing, but I find it cleaner to put store payload. In my mutations, I have store. Like I put, oh no, that's state payload. Store payload, oh, instead of the object. I don't know, usually, I guess in some apps I'll be pulling off multiple things out of this object, like committing mutations, root state. Yeah, I don't know. I never used the store keyword there. Let's see, await save. So that's saving correctly. That's not throwing an error either. That's pushing, also the router is working here. And then it gets to here, because it routes back to the component, it tries to pull projects, and then it can't pull projects. So, payload is not defined. Where is this error coming from? Uncaught reference error and promise. Payload is not defined. Set projects. Oh, right. So the error is actually coming from the mutation here, because it's looping through where is it? It's looping through all of the projects, but it's not, but the loop or the array is undefined when I'm passing it in. Okay, so let me see what logged out for projects array. So docs.projects, yeah. Docs.projects is an array, so that should be fine. What is the mutation getting here? That's weird. So I'm committing set projects. I have docs.projects, which is this array, basically docs. That's docs with dot projects. Yeah, what else? What am I doing wrong here? I should be setting dot projects. That's plural. Because it maps, then do store.state or store.commit because it maps to the same thing as this $store. That's true. Okay, that's probably better than context. I don't know why I see people use the context keyword there all the time. Uncaught, impromise, reference error, payload is not defined. Yeah, why is the payload not defined here? If I'm passing it in for set projects. Let's see, commit set projects. Docs.projects. Payload is not defined. I guess I just need to do like an if statement and that would just fix it. If payload, then that. I mean, okay, well, it's still saying, oh, this is, oh, wait, this is still the old error. So now let me try mapping this. So in, let's see, in where's the projects page? So I have the projects page, map actions, read projects, okay, and then I map state projects, and then I actually need the same getter here for the projects drop down, so I might just put that as a getter on view X. Where is it? So in time entries I have this computed property which is get projects, and basically returning a list of just the objects with label and code, and I need this again, so let me put this in my Vuex store. So I have mutations, state, let me put getters here. Getters, make an object of getters. And I have get projects now. And I can't remember, what was the syntax for getters? It was, what was it, state.projects? Ah, come on. State. Have you tried Mithril? I looked at Mithril, I can't remember how many years ago that was, but yeah, I'm not a good person to ask about that. I don't know how it is. If people do weird stuff, just blame it on React. Okay. What is the JavaScript equivalent of fixed size integers for e.g.? I don't know, you have to use some library for that, or maybe TypeScript or something. In JavaScript, you just store it as a number. Let's see. Okay, so now I am doing getter. Let me look up Vue.js getters because I can't remember exactly the syntax for it. Oh yeah, there is big int in ES 2018. I don't know if that allows for basically creating bigger integers. I don't know if that allows for controlling the exact size like int32, int64 and stuff. Let's see, view. What was I looking for? Oh yeah, view x getters. So instead of having computed properties on every single instance, I just want this on the Vuex store. Yeah, so I get state, and then I can basically return an array from there. Okay, so this getter should work. Now I just need to map getters into my components. So instead of getting all the projects off of state here, well, maybe I do on this component, I don't know. Let me go ahead and map getters as well. So map getters, and then get projects. Okay, and then, oh yeah, map getters here. Okay, and then in time entries, I want to do the same thing. I want to map getters, and let's see. In computed, I don't need that anymore. So I'm just going to do, instead of map state, I'm going to map getters, and then pass in the array, and let's see. Oh yeah, get projects. That's good. And now, oh yeah, I'm going to get rid of this then. Alright, so now I have get projects, which, oh yeah, I was already using a getter there. That's why it shows it. So in projects though, I do want to change this from this hard-coded object to, oh wait, get, what was it? Now I forgot what it was already. Get projects. So get projects. There we go. So let's see if this works. Sorry, no matching options. Okay, so now I have to figure out for real what this is. Suppose I need exactly a 16-bit integer. New int8 array, and then use array. If you need uint32, then use uint32 array. Oh, just joking. Okay. Yeah, JavaScript has historically been bad about exact data types like that. Wasm silliness for that. So WebAssembly, JavaScript doesn't care about that stuff. I'm pretty sure there are libraries you can use for it. I know when I was building some Ethereum apps, I had to use specific data types for different things, and I pulled in a couple libraries. I can't remember exactly what I did. I know I had to pull in a library to convert large integers to strings, which I guess Big Int just does right now. But yeah, so how do I pull these then? How do I pull the projects? So, wait, let me see. Known action, the methods property should be above the computed property. Really? Who did this? Jared, did you make this? These rules? Okay. Now my ESLint is happy. So I do have some major issues in my store here. So for some reason I can't get back the... Let me see, where is it saying payload is not defined now? Set projects. If payload. But I'm saying if payload, so if it's not defined, it should never run what's inside of the if statement. So this doesn't make any sense. Oh, I'm an idiot. I spelled it wrong this whole time. Okay. Well, that was dumb. Oops. Undo. Undo. Alright. Alright, cool. Now I'm getting some real errors. Error in render, type error, cannot read property name of undefined. Projects at project.view, cannot read property name of undefined. At source views projects.view, let me look at that. Let's see, name. Okay, router.push does not exist. It does exist. Okay, export name is projects. So it must be cannot read property name of undefined. Okay, so yeah, it's here. So project name and ID. I think that's because, let me look in view here. Oops. Yeah, so it's saving objects as undefined here. So I have to save them or pull them. I need to get all the information from the projects. So let me see. Projects. Where am I getting these? Wait, oh yeah, in my store. All right. I am using the action, this read projects action, which should be setting projects. So what am I getting back from this read projects action, basically? Is there any way? Yeah, this video will be up on Twitch. They stay up on my Twitch for 2 months. Oh, cool. Let's see. Oh, by the way, this is the app I am working on again. And this is the first app I'm using PouchDB in. And I found some cool plugins like relational plugin. I haven't used this PouchDB find, but I can write queries for it with this plugin. So yeah, I'm trying to do some stuff with the database now. I did actually finish this task, I guess, link them, but I want to get them all working first. I was hoping to get to the settings page this time. Yeah, so hopefully soon. Hi, Avit Guido, how are you? Let's see. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I keep thinking that my app is in one of these browser tabs because I'm so used to working on stuff in the browser. So let's see. I have projects. Now let me see what's in projects. So I do have color, description, name, rev, time entries. Okay. So when I save docs.projects, that should be an array. Yeah, that is an array of the projects. And so I commit that to set projects. Oh, right. Okay, so state.projects. And then now I don't have to map them anymore because that was the old way I was doing it. So now I should be able to just set it equal to payload. And that should be, those should be the projects I'm looking for. Yeah. Sweet, awesome, it works. I almost didn't believe it for a second. Oh, yes, okay. Yeah, it was all because I was using the old system of having to map, because they were weirdly nested. If you just use plain PouchDB, you have to map through the array that you get back and then get the entry.doc inside. But here I can just send it back as a regular array. So let me change time entries too and do just set it equal to payload for the mutation. Oh, sweet. That's awesome. Okay. So this should work too then. And okay, so it works on my projects page. I can pick one, which I'm going to do more on this page. Like once they pick an app, I'm going to show all the information about it. So thank you. Thanks, Jared. I keep thinking of Squirtle when I see those emojis you post, but I can't remember what those are. Let's see. Now let me go to hours log and try to add an entry. Yes, now I can relate it to a project. That's awesome. So, oh, I don't think, okay, let me get out of here now. I don't think I am mapping this though, because I have name, description, oh wait, and time entries. So when I'm saving a time entry, I'm not modeling this anywhere, so I can't save the input from that select menu. Yeah, I love that little guy. Hi Levinson, how are you? Let's see. vmodel form data dot start date end date. So let me add project in here. Project. Let's see. I guess it's a string. Although it's a foreign key relationship that I set up now in the schema, so I'd assume it you know, has an ID. Time entries. Okay, so time entries is an array of IDs, I guess, and project. So for a time entry, project would be just an ID. Yeah, so I think if I just do project as an ID, which is a string, right? Because it's a UUID. Let me make sure. Let me go here. Yeah, that's a string. Okay. So now I need to vmodel this so I get the right project here. Because the code on this array is an object of name and code, and the code should be the right ID already. So all I have to do is add a vmodel here and do form data dot project. Oh, cool. I love this auto ESLint stuff. It's great. Switched my switched my attributes around. I can't even find the right words right now. Hi Cleverness, thanks for the follow. Thanks for all the follows, everybody. All right. I'm glad to be doing view streams again. This is a lot of fun. So let's see, what was I doing? Oh, I don't need map state anymore. Let me get rid of that. And okay, so I'm mapping project start date and end date. Thanks for the follow, Unstable Control. How are you? Let's see, this dot create time entry. I'm basically passing this whole object, this dot form data, all three of these. Thanks for the follow, GM Digas. I keep saying I'm going to change that zombie, but I haven't yet. I changed the subscriber one, and I can't seem to figure out what I want for the regular follower one. Let's see. Create time entry, read projects. Yeah, this all looks good. So I should be able to just save the time entry correctly. Sorry, with the project attached. So let me go to, I'll just attach this to, I guess, the new next two that I have. Choose a date and time. Choose, let's see, 2020-09-16. So that's a future date. That's fine. All right, so submit. Sweet. And now let me add a project field to the table. So let me go to hours log, because this is where the table is. I have all these ESLint errors, so now if I hit save, it fixed them all for me, because I added ESLint I added auto ESLint after I started this project a few months ago. So let's see. Table. Here's the table. So fields and items. And let me see. That should be called project, right? Fields. Let me add project here. And see. Hopefully. Oh, it's probably going to be the ID. I'll probably actually have to make a getter just to get the correct things here. Oh. Oh, label. Cool. So I do have the whole label available there. So let me do project dot, can I do dot label then? Yeah, sweet. That's great. And I probably want this to stretch further to the sides then. Where am I denoting? Oh yeah, this row, small 8. Let me do 10. Let me do 10 here. And the offset, I'll just make 1 column. Yeah, that's better. Oh, cool. Awesome. So I feel comfortable dragging this to done then. Time entries to projects. And yeah. Vim user, what's your personal opinion on Vim versus VS Code? I use Vim in VS Code and I really like it. I also use Vim separately, but there are a couple things that I don't like as much about Vim by itself. I like a lot of the plugins that I have for VS Code. I have an okay Vim setup, but copy paste and a couple other things are a little bit annoying with Vim. Also, I think if I was going to use Vim full time again, I'd make some more scripts to help automate some things. Let's see. Let me look at the settings page now. I don't think I actually wrote out the schema for users. Did I? Let's see. Oh, I did for user. So you can have all your user details. Time entry, project, log. I have the mockups. Let's see. Settings. Okay, so I do have the schema and also a little bit of a mock-up of what it would look like. And then you'd have some ability, some way to edit here, like go to an edit page or something. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, let me push first. It's been an hour and a half on the stream. So let me do git status. Okay, that looks good. Git add and git commit and code from live stream on, what is it, August? No, it's September. What am I doing? September 3rd. September 3rd. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Now git push to master. And let's see. "16 seconds ago. Okay. So again, here is the repo that I've been working out of. If you're interested, you forgot that we made August only 1 week long. Okay, yeah. Thanks, Jared. I just get all my dates mixed up because I don't really leave the house anymore and I'm just coding all day. Hi, Kima. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so now I want to create a user schema, and actually projects are going to be related to the user. So for this, actually, I'm not going to relate user to anything, I think, because you're only you're only going to have one user. I'm going to assume that there's only going to be one user using this in a desktop for right now. So because you download it on your own computer, and maybe later, maybe version 2, I'll have multiple users, but not for this version. Hi, Jate. Thanks for the follow. All right. So let me just create the page first. Let me create a settings page, and I need to hook this up into the router. So let me do npm start to launch the application. Close all of these windows. Let's see. Where was I going? Oh yeah, router. I need to add a new route here and the view file. So I have add project So let me come here and make a new object. The path will be /settings, and the name will be settings, and the component will be, yeah, I'll make a settings component, and I'll put it here. So import settings from, I'll put it, yeah, I guess I'll put it in views/settings.view. Alright, and now I need to create that component in views. So new file, and this will be settings.view. Oh, I keep hitting escape because I'm so used to Vim syntax. Settings.view, enter. Alright. Oh, this is kind of weird though, project.label. I can customize that, but I'll do that in a second. I didn't even realize that before. Alright. Unrelatable user, if set up properly. It should be user account specified. If you do nw.app.datapath, this is where your DB should be stored, user specific folder. Okay, that's interesting. Yeah, so it should be, okay, so yeah, because if you're on a computer, you have your own user and you log in. So like on my computer, if someone else was using this, they could download this app on their user if they wanted, and I have my app on my user. So that's good. Is your project based on micro front end or something? It's a Vue.js app that I'm building in NW.js, which is a desktop framework for JavaScript. Yeah, Jared just posted a link of comparing some desktop frameworks for JavaScript. If you want to take a look, there's some other ones like Electron. I just happen to be using NW.js. So, let's see. Here's, real quick, here's the project again that I'm working on. Okay, so now I have a settings page. So let me do template. By the way, people keep telling me to get Sarah Drasner's, what was it called? Oh, snippets for Vue in here. I need to get those at some point. Maybe I should just look them up now. Can I look up Sarah Drasner? Nope, nothing. Maybe I'll just look it up later. Let's see, Vue. Oh, here it is. Vue VS Code Snippets by Sarah Drasner. 686,000 downloads. All right. I just installed it. And oh, cool. She has these keywords. Oh, here are all the keywords. VBase, single file component base with SCSS, VBase 3, all of these different snippets I have now. Alright, I'm going to actually look at these later off stream, but people have been telling me for a while to get those, so now I finally have them. Alright, let me go into settings here, and yeah, I have her Sublime ones. Just look up Vue snippets, empty Vue file, then write out. Let me try VBase here then. VBase. Cool. Yeah, that's helpful. So what was I doing? Let me just put blank settings here for right now. And now in my nav, so let me look in components. Oh, these are just examples. So I guess I don't have any components. Where did I put this? I think I have my nav bar in here. So let me link this to, I'm using the hash router, so let me link this to settings. Okay, and now if I go to menu, settings. Now I can see my settings page. And, oh, I still have navbar here. Let me change that real quick. There's it. So, what is this application called? NW.js, or hours tracking. I guess I'll just replace that with hours tracking. Hours tracking. There we go. All right. So hours log. So why is this hours log? I thought I made this wider already. 1 second. Okay, let me get out of that. Let me look at hours log. Yeah, maybe I'll just get rid of, I'll just do a column that stretches the whole width and see how that looks. Yeah, that's better. I already have a container around the outside to put some padding on it. So I think this is good to spell out the whole date and time. Or I could probably shorten this date a little bit. Maybe I'll do that later. Okay, so now if I go to settings, I can go ahead and start working on my settings page. And get rid of that. So let me scroll down. Okay, so I have my mockups. Basically, I need a settings header, profile information, no TypeScript, no love. TypeScript. Yeah, I will do, when Vue 3 comes out, I will do a TypeScript and Vue stream on something, some kind of app. I have to figure out which one I want to do with TypeScript. Because that will be the composition API too, so we'll see. Let's see. So I have settings, profile information, billing information. Let me go ahead and put that somewhere. So let's see. Settings. Where do I? Oh yeah, let me copy what I have here. So yeah, let me do this basically. Let me copy this onto this page and get rid of this. Settings, just so I lay out my page the same as I already have the other pages. B row, and now let me close B column and B row again, and now, oh wait, and now let me close B container. Okay, I think I have one extra, so I have B row, B column. Then I don't want this extra B row and B column because I'm not nesting anything further in there. So let me do that. So hours log page, I don't want to call it hours log page, let me call it settings page as the wrapper class. And yeah, that looks okay. Let me see. Yeah, for some reason I put margin top nested in here. So I'm gonna copy these, and actually I should put these in a wrapper somewhere at some point. So let me do a class in here, and I'll do the margin top and bottom. Thanks for the follow, Kubekel. This is, damn, the hate is so real. You made it into an article. What does that mean? Just makes you a worse developer. Oh, Jared, about TypeScript. Oh, okay. Yeah. Let's see. Settings. Okay, so I have this page done, and now let me put the two headers on this page. So profile information and billing information, and those will be their own rows. So let me copy these rows and this one, and I'll change this to an H2, and I'll do profile information, and then it's just a lot of boilerplate. Now billing information. Okay. Alright, so actually I don't like the centered style for these. I don't want those centered at all. But I guess maybe I set these as centered somewhere. I don't know. I guess this is fine for now. So I have profile information and billing information. I just want to be able to display real info on the page. And so let me add some things here first. So let me add just a paragraph, and I'll put name is Gwen. And that will be, I guess that will be my first name and last name. Let me put Gwen Faraday. That's fine. And then I have all of this other schema information that I'm going to have here. Billing details is something I'm going to add later, because when you generate an invoice, you can automatically have your billing details there. Not that companies always send you the payment the way you want it, but you know, you can always hope. Thanks for the follow, Heal Team 6. Are you not making a website? No, I am making a desktop application, but I'm using Vue.js, and it's in a browser, so it's a website for the desktop. Or it's a desktop app using browser tools, basically. Yeah, take a look at it. It's with NW.js. You can use Electron or something like that. They have these desktop frameworks where you can use JavaScript, and you get to code in, it's Chrome based, so you get to use all these dev tools. Like I can use the Vue.js dev tools, console, everything, just like normal. Okay, so this is the information. Can't remember if I copied that already. So let me do this. And let's see. No, can't do that. Let me see if I can do this. Yes, good. All right, so now I will put paragraphs here. Oh wait, and then I'm going to close the paragraph tags there. Okay. And let me get rid of that. So I just need to change some of these. So first name. Actually, I want to undo that because these will be coming from the schema as well. So then I just want to put labels here basically. So I want first name and then last name and then address 1, address 2, and then yeah, and then type everything out basically. It's a desktop app, probably will have everything it needs. Yeah, everything is bundled together, even the database and everything else. Java is no longer free. How is Java not free? That's been free and open source for like, what, between 25 and 30 years? Do you have a video showing your VS Code setup? Yeah, I do on my YouTube channel, kind of. I should make a more condensed one because that is, I don't know, an hour long or something. That was a live stream. Resetting up my VS Code. So yeah, you can skim through it. Put it on 2 or 3x speed if you want. I'm not going to be lazy. I'm going to finish typing these out. So state, zip code, and also this will be different for different countries. So I'm not sure how I will internationalize this. Maybe eventually if someone starts using this, I'll get some feedback on how to make this international. Okay, now I need a user object. So I need to be able to save this information. So I actually probably want a settings edit page for that. Thanks for the follow, Infiv. Let's see. When do you work for a company, or are you? I guess I freelance. I just consult, but I do work for companies. So they hire me and I bill hourly. I don't know. I just prefer it over like full-time just at one company because I like to work on new projects and new things. I get bored if I'm working on, the same. And at larger companies, it's like you're working on the same area of the same code base for a long, long time, and you might not be getting to innovate. I like to work on fresh projects every once in a while, and I like a specific goal. When I go into a project, I like to have the goal, hey, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be building this feature, shipping this project to the client, and then I know what I'm setting out to do, So, yeah. I just agree up front with how much I'm going to bill hourly for whatever I'm going to be doing. And then we agree, and then I just log my hours and I bill every 2 weeks or month or whatever the client wants. Do you give them some kind of backlog of what you're doing? Yeah, I do make a list of just a rough idea of like what I did with my hours every day. So yeah, it gets boring for me, like if I'm not working on new things. Also, a lot of companies will hire you and not have a specific goal, like a specific thing for you to do, and they try to fit you in wherever they can. Like one company hired me to convert their their Angular 1 code base to React. And I did that in like a month or 6 weeks or something. And then they moved me to another team. It was like the Java team. Or not another team, but another area of the code base, like deprecating C# endpoints in favor of Java. So it was like, I felt like they didn't know what they wanted to do with me. I was just, doing whatever, like ticket. Oh, here's a random ticket for these people to do. Let's just put these people on this random ticket. So, yeah. Basically, I'd love to see more Code Wars challenges. Yeah, I'll do them every Wednesday. So I don't have time to do them more than once a week right now. So because I also want to get these applications built, and I love, Vue and Django and stuff. So, but I'll be doing them every Wednesday, and if I have time, maybe I'll do them again. I don't know. Okay, so profile information. Yeah, let me make a profile edit page. So, new file. I'll make a settings form page. Let me call it settings form.view. And what was that snippet called? VBase. Okay. And here I'm going to put, let me copy some of the template from, let's see, project entry. So all of these nested, it's too nested. Okay, let me go to settings form now and paste that. And go over one. Okay. B column, B row, B, so it should be B container. Okay, and now let me see, because I don't want these extra nestings. Yeah, let me get rid of those, save it. All right, and now I have, let's see, settings. I'm just going to call it settings. And let me just start off with like, I don't know, first name and last name maybe. And I'm going to use the Bootstrap. I'm using Vue Bootstrap for this. So I think I already have, I already have this set up. Let me look at the project entry again. So I have this B form, and Yeah, this will be in its own row and column. So let me grab this and see. Thanks for the follow, Ua. Just curious, what do you think about PHP? PHP is fine. Like, I don't have anything good or bad to say about it. I worked in it for a little while. I mean, it's not my favorite language to work in. It is, you know, it's not difficult. I think it's pretty easy if you're a new developer getting into it to start anyway, doing things in PHP. Oh wait, let me get out of that form group. So let me close the form, close the column, B column, and then close the row. PHP is still used in a surprising amount of places, so there's still a lot of jobs for PHP. The PHP loves Vue, so they're okay. Okay, that's important, as long as they love Vue. All right, so I have one form input. Let's see. Let me put first name here. So first name, and then let me make one for last name. My hotkeys have changed. Okay, there we go. And let me do last name. They put Vue as a standard library. You hate what framework? PHP? Laravel, just saw your comment. Oracle's policies are predatory. I don't consider their products open source, even if the license said so. Yeah, I don't know. I think I lost where that comment came from. Why did you choose NW.js instead of Electron? Yeah, there are some reasons. If you want to see, there's a website called, I think it's xpda.net, that does a comparison of the different, I guess the different desktop app frameworks that you have for JavaScript. Electron's fine, NW.js is fine, but you can compare them for yourself and see which one is better for you, I guess. Okay, so form data. I need to create form data here. So I need a data method, and let me return an object from here, and this will be form data, which will also be an object, and this will have all of my modeled form data attributes. So I'm gonna have first name, so I can capture all of these things from the form, last name. Let me save that. Okay, so first name and last name, and I'm mapping these here. So let me see. Oh, I can't navigate to this page. So let me make some kind of an edit button here so I can navigate to that page. And let me, when you take on a freelance project, you get to choose the tech stack, or clients tell you what they want. Usually I will have to fit in with what the client is already using, because I don't take like, I don't go to, you know, I guess the best example, like if there's a local hair salon that needs a website or a small app, I don't do those kind of projects. I work with software companies who are already building software projects. So usually they have their own tech stack, or I work with clients who have, you know, built software projects before. So they'll almost always have their own tech stack, although sometimes I get to choose some of the things, like try to use Vue.js or something like that. But like the company I'm working at with Django right now, they were already using Django, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to work with them, because I was like, oh, that's great. I can work in Python. Yeah, so that was nice. Let's see. Django, what am I doing? Oh yeah, So I have these two fields. Oh, I need, from the settings page, I need a link to the settings entry page, or the settings form page. And I'm going to put that here. So I guess I can just create a button maybe, and call it edit. Okay. And I'm already doing this on like the projects page. Let's see, router dot. Okay, so I'm just going to copy what I have here actually. So let me copy this, and actually let me copy this whole thing and go over to the settings page, and inside of here I'll put that, and replace this. Okay, settings, and now I have this. I'm going to change this to just edit here, so edit. Don't make pronunciation recursion. Say H and Z. I don't know. It's just H and Z. I didn't know they said H. I know they say Z for Z, but yeah, I don't know. Let's see, router.push name. What would this be? I'm going to call it settings edit for the name. And then I need to give this component a name and then put it in the router too. So name will be, and then I have to go pretty soon. So settings edit, and there we go. All right, so let me just get this in the router before I go today. So I'm gonna put this after settings here. So settings. So the path will be settings-edit, I guess. That's fine. Or maybe it'll be settings, settings/edit. Yeah, I guess that's fine. And then the name of this will be settings-edit. Component will be settings-edit. Now I need to import this. So settings, I guess it's called settings form. So, well, let me change that then. I'm going to change the component name to settings edit, since that's what I'm calling it everywhere else. So settings edit, so it's not confusing. And then where's settings form? So settings edit. I keep doing that. I keep hitting escape. Enter. Okay, that's good. All right, it's called settings edit. I have settings edit here. That's good. I think that should be good. Let me see if edit. Cool. Awesome. So I have this settings page. So next time I'm going to have to finish this settings page. I'm not going to center style anything. All this will go to the left. I'll finish being able to enter all this information, and then displaying it here. So let me update the project board, the dev tasks for this project. So here's the project board I'm working off of. Don't know what's going on in chat. Let the games begin. Vue.js versus React. Okay. React is like Vue if it was twice as slow and badly designed. Okay. Not going to say anything about this. Let's see, convert this to issue, and then what do I have left to do? I need to basically, well, I already created settings and settings form pages. I already did that, so I'm going to check myself off there. And now I need to, be able to enter in setting information and save. That's fine. And then what's the next thing? Oh yeah, be able to, oh yeah, display user setting information on settings page. Okay, so I'm gonna do that next time. I did finish this, which was good. Figured out a little bit more about how the database works. Those plugins are really, really useful. So much better than setting up my own stuff. So yes, time to do some push-ups. Oh, you're talking about real push-ups. I was talking about Git Push. So, okay, I added those. So let me do Git Commit. No, let me add first. Git add period Git commit -m code from live stream on, it is September 3rd. This is part 2. And I'm pushing. Okay, now let me see, let me make sure it pushed real quick. This is the repo, by the way. Do you like popular tarts? I don't know what that means. Thanks for the follow, LG Hunter. Okay, so yeah, so I updated twice today. I updated the code on here. If you have any recommendations, if you find any, I don't know, issues or things that could be done better, then feel free to join my Discord and let me know, or post an issue directly on the GitHub here. Here's my Discord, and I am now, I have to be toasted, okay. And now I'm going to go to Twitch and find someone to raid. Alright. Yeah, I really can't wait for this app to be done. This will be useful. If I can build all the features I'm thinking of, this will be so useful for myself to just generate bills and invoices. Though I do have software where I track all my expenses and everything, but I haven't been able to find exactly what I want in terms of invoices that isn't like super complicated to use. I just want something easy, you know? Oh, there's White Panther. Who likes White Panther? Oh, there's also Auth0. If this is James Quick on here. So, oh, cool. Hacking dev setups, React, Cloudinary, Airtable, and Auth0. All right, let's raid James Q Quick. He's a fellow content creator on YouTube that, yeah, is super cool, super helpful. So I'm going to have to, let's see. I think I have to go to my channel. Oh no, it's gonna play sound. And let me raid now. It's taking a while. Okay, got it. So let me do /raid and light mode. I know, everyone keeps bringing up light mode. Sorry, I meant to do dark mode. I really forgot about it. I'm going to do dark mode after the stream and find it on Twitch. I didn't even know about dark mode before yesterday. Okay. Now I forgot what I was doing. Oh yeah, raid auth 0. They are just auth 0, right? Yeah, auth 0. Okay. Let me start the raid and then find my dark mode. I'll post a screenshot of it in Discord when I do it. Streamception. What is streamception? Just 2 clicks. Alright, thanks everyone. Have a good day, and I will be in auth 0.